Winston Cup Racing from the North Carolina Speedway on TNT, brought to you by Haviland, a Chevron Texaco product. Coca-Cola, the official soft drink of NASCAR. And Enterprise Rent-A-Car. Call 1-800-RENT-A-CAR. Pick Enterprise. We'll pick you up.
Still under caution at the North Carolina Speedway. Each year, one driver gets the championship trophy, but it's his team that wins him the title. On pit road, Matt Kenseth has had an excellent pit crew. They were the two-time defending pit crew champions and then finished third, going for the three-peat yesterday. Here are the guys that have Matt on the road to the championship.
Robbie Reiser, crew chief, Allenton, Wisconsin.
Todd Millard, Windshield, Middleton, Wisconsin.
Chris Brook, front tire carrier, Davie, Florida.
Justin Nottestead, front tire changer, Cambridge, Wisconsin.
Russ Strupp, Jackman, Allenton, Wisconsin.
Brian Dunaway, rear tire carrier, Momence, Illinois.
Jeremy West, rear tire changer, Los Angeles, California.
I'm Benji Groves, the gas man from Richmond, Virginia.
I'm Dave Toronto, the catch can man from Woodsville, New Hampshire.
Robbie Reiser hired Matt Kenseth in the spring of 1997. You had one car left in the shop. Now you're on the road to the championship. What's your situation now with your car on the track?
Well, right now we've been a little bit tight down here in 1 and 2, and we've been working out all day trying to get it better, and we got it closer. We're in the hunt here, so we'll see what happens.
It was a struggle early, Robbie. The car would not go for him.
Well, I think it's struggled early because he's trying to stay out of trouble. Sometimes he doesn't show his hand till the end, but we've been running pretty good, so we'll see what happens.
Very calm day on the radio and in your pit, Robbie.
Yeah, pretty calm, except for that little call there by NASCAR, which I guess I didn't understand the rule, but they straightened me out, so I know it now.
Good luck.
Thanks.
He's referring to Matt crossing the commitment line when he came down pit road that sent him to the end of the longest line. Now he's headed to the front of the line.
Did I see Robbie smiling?
Yeah, I'm surprised Robbie even talked to Bill.
Yeah, I am too.
Not because of the pressure, just because why would he talk to Bill?
What do you mean by that?
I think it was just an opportunity.
Just kidding, Bill.
Yeah. So Matt Kenseth lining up for this restart in 4th position. On the right, there's his dad, Roy, anxiously looking on.
Watching this boy trying to become NASCAR Winston Cup champion.
We have 9 cars on the lead lap. Bobby Labonte was lucky dog at that last caution. It's Bill Elliott leading, Jimmy Johnson 2nd, Ryan Newman 3rd, Matt Kenseth 4th, and Jeremy Mayfield 5th, followed by Ken Schrader, Sterling Marlin, Tony Raines, and then Bobby Labonte last on the lead lap.
At least they're in order now.
Yeah, we don't have cars on the tail end of the lead lap and all that nonsense. We got the fast cars on the outside and cars a lap down on the inside. Where it's supposed to be.
57 laps till the checkered flag. Bill Elliott, Jimmy Johnson quickly have cleared the lap traffic. 3rd place, Ryan Newman trying to do the same. And now Matt Kenseth has cleared the lap cars as well. So the front 4 single file out in front of the field. What a great drive for Ken Schrader today in the 49 car.
Tony Stewart is back in 10th position, a lap down.
Talk about Schrader, the Bam Racing team, of course. Yeah, I mean, you could call them independents. We don't hear that term thrown around much in the sport these days anymore, but basically unsponsored team, funded out of the pockets of team owners, Beth Ann Morgenthau and Tony Morgenthau. Underdogs, if you will, and they played their strategy right. Were able to stay on the lead lap when so many others have been burned today by the caution flag coming out in the middle of green flag pit stops 3 different times, Bill.
And you talk about Matt's guys maybe being excited about winning the championship. Well, this will be like a win for these guys. Their best finish 8th at Michigan in August of this year, running 6th last time by, and their times have been as good as the leader almost all day, Alan. They've just been back in that traffic and haven't been able to get out front. But this is one of those days that, well, Ken Schrader will be a good guest on a talk show in a town near you tomorrow, don't you think?
Yeah, I think so.
Look, Tony Raines working over Sterling.
How about that? A white car on the inside, 74. Another unsponsored race car currently running in the 8th position, trying to pass Sterling Marlin for 7th.
Another effort funded out of the pockets of the team owner for this season, Bill Baumgartner. very proud of what they've accomplished, both the 49 and 74, talking with prospective sponsors, hoping to impress, and they should be impressed by the runs that they've had today.
They've impressed me.
Tony Raines passing Sterling Marlin for 7th place.
Didn't quite make it.
Not yet. And now Marlin going to get on the horse and get around Schrader.
And Raines going to try to fall in by him. And he does. So Larry Carter, the 70. Michael Waltrip. This doesn't look good.
Slugger Labby, the crew chief, told me this morning they were turning a lot of RPM in this car. He was afraid
coming out the right side pipe.
They might be a little too on the edge.
I heard it go by that time. Did not sound good at all.
And the black flag's going to come out.
They're going to black flag it inside by Meyer.
Oh, it's going to be frustrating.
Make you fit, Mike, to make you fit.
So desperately wanted to finish this season in the top 10 in the championship. Came into the day today 11th, 124 points from 10th. And if he fails to finish, which it is probably that he will, it's going to hurt.
Meanwhile, Matt Kenseth just lost a position. 4th spot goes to Jeremy Mayfield.
But you know, this 17 team, after some of the struggles they've had the last month or so, they've not run as well as they would have wanted to. Some of those 13th place finishes they were very frustrated with. And this is how they want to run. This is how they want to go to the championship.
And how a football team doesn't play well playing defensive? Neither can these guys, because they just could not afford to do the things they've been doing. Matt, what do you have for us?
Well, BP, true champions show their true championship character when the times are tough and bad things happen. Back in September when Matt Kenseth hit his 2-race bad luck streak and losing 177 points, after crashing in practice, he left a note on a can of peanuts for the team's truck driver, Brent Schwinn. Squiggy, please refrain from putting peanuts in our trailer. In case you didn't know, they are bad luck. Now, Matt's dry humor trying to make light of the situation was a message to the team, because they knew coming in they had led the points for 26 straight races, and they already had one victory. Keep your heads high. Bad times will not last, and they haven't. They've continued on and motoring away to what they hope will be their first championship today here at the Rock.
Junior going by, Matt, but that's not for position. Junior, a couple of laps down in 14th place. There, Bill talked to Robbie Reiser a minute ago. I talked with Robbie about the pressure of racing for the championship a couple of weeks ago, and he told me, you know, the biggest pressure of racing for the championship are the dramas. He said when you run one of these races, there are a lot of little dramas that pop up. The driver's under pressure out there and the intensity of their competition. He might come on the radio and say, got a vibration. Maybe I've got a flat. Maybe the engine sounds sour. And those are all very normal communications between a driver and a crew chief in the course of a race. But Robbie said when you're running for a championship, the driver coming on the radio and say, I feel a vibration, brings 15 people to the pit wanting to know what's wrong. He said dealing with the dramas has been the biggest thing he's had to learn about racing for this championship. Matt Kenseth 44 laps away from the Winston Cup title in 2003. If he can hang on to the spot he's running now, 5th behind Bill Elliott. Down to the final stages at Rockingham today, and Jimmy Johnson is closing in on Bill Elliott for the lead. He's been about 0.2 of a second faster than Elliott the last few laps around, trying to get to the back bumper. 3rd place, Ryan Newman and Jeremy Mayfield. Going at it pretty hard for that spot.
And Dale Earnhardt Jr., the red car just in front of these two, came up past these two and moved on. But Jr. is a lap down.
2 laps, yeah.
He's 2 laps down in 14th place. Here goes Mayfield, going to have a look under Newman.
Just a look.
Just to let him and the spotter know that they feel like they might be a little bit faster, hoping that Newman will start watching that rearview mirror and lose his momentum.
Just a little bit of hesitation at one time, instead of going down and running the line that you want. If you think he's there, he loses his spot. What's going on, Marty, with the 12 car?
Well, you don't look in the rearview mirror unless you have spotters. That's what they're for. He's asking his spotter, John Erickson, where's the 19 running? He's trying to run kind of in the same line, wants to know where he's good. Every time Jeremy kind of gets underneath him, Ryan fends it off.
Well, let's see if he can fend this one off.
Yeah, that looks good right there. But don't forget, he's going to slide, so Newman will go up the racetrack. Well, they kind of slide up together.
Synchronized sliding.
Yeah.
That's not an Olympic sport, is it?
No, could be.
The voice that Jeremy Mayfield wants to hear when he gets up beside that 12 car as a spotter, Dale Cagle saying, clear, clear. So he can just move up, slide up in front of that 12.
We've seen this a couple times today. Newman really able to fight people off. It was when he was leading in the opening laps of the race.
And Newman doesn't pull over and let you go.
No.
You're going to have to earn it when you pass him.
His boy Burton had got up alongside Newman and was trying to wrestle away.
All right, here we go. Try once again.
Here's where they're even in, but here's the problem. Right at the center, this is where Jeremy loses a little bit of time. 12 cars got the high line, a little bit more momentum. They came off pretty even that time.
Yes, they did. And that sun, driving in the sun in turn one, might not allow Jeremy to do the slide job on the 12 car going in that corner. And he's not up far enough this time to do the slide job. So
while you're watching the race for third, Bill Elliott still leading Jimmy Johnson by 4 or 5 car lengths. That's kind of the same advantage he's had for the last little while. And Mayfield determined to try and get around Newman for third.
Ryan Newman just has the momentum up on that high line. We talk about it all the time. The car on the low side, you just got to use all the racetrack. You can't do it when there's a car up there.
Okay, Marty.
Yeah, real quick, Alan. Ryan's evaluation of it is that he is better from the middle off, not as good getting into the corners as Jeremy, just like Wally said. He is a little too tight getting in right now. Ryan is.
So Bill Elliott leads as that race for third settles down for a minute. Let's get our final commercial break before the checkered flag out of the way. We can come back, see if Elliott wins, and see if Kenseth hoists the big trophy. Caution is out here at Rockingham. The leaders have just come to pit road, Matt.
Bill Elliott's crew going to work. There should be a 4-tire change. No fuel, no changes. An air pressure adjustment for the 48 of Jimmy Johnson. Still needs help with forward bite. Bill.
Matt Kenseth is too loose. Track bar adjustment, no air pressure changes. He backed up and the car got more grip, but they're trying to tighten him up with a track bar adjustment.
Ryan Newman still a little too tight. Into the corners, 2 in the right rear of wedge. He comes in third. I don't think he went out third, Alan.
I'll check the running order as they come off the pit lane.
yeah, he came out third.
Yeah, looks like Bill Elliott, Jimmy Johnson, Ryan Newman. We so happen to have photographic evidence.
There you go, 9. First car off, 48 second. Next would be the 12. And then I think the 17.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Might have picked up a spot on the 19 of Jeremy Mayfield on pit road.
I believe he did.
There he is. Okay. And Mayfield 5th. Now, while we're under the caution flag, watch Tony Stewart and Larry Foyt coming into turn 1.
Well, it looks like
contact
Larry,
there.
yeah, I mean, Larry went in the corner, he slid up the racetrack. Stewart was coming in a lot faster, and he slid up in front of Tony, and that was the result.
And Rusty Wallace in the 2 car, I think, also made some contact with the 20. I don't see much damage on the 2 car, though.
Well, let's
see.
find out.
All right.
On board, Rusty Wallace.
Now, what can I see? Nothing but sun. Oh, wow. I think he might have missed it.
I think he missed it.
Tony Stewart.
Oh, boy, the 14 car really slowed down.
And he came up the hill. He was going in the corner on the bottom of the racetrack, and the car just would not stay down there, and he drifted up the racetrack in front of Tony.
Tony grabbed a gear, came around the racetrack, found Larry Foyt, gave him a little shot in the back bumper, and said, hey, what was that all about? And then continued on around to his pit stop. Ryan Newman pitting again under this caution.
Man.
Giving up third spot.
Yeah, they didn't get all the lug nuts tight on the left side. I believe this will be left side tires only for Ryan Newman. They question whether they got all the lugs tight, so they're going to come in and change the left side tires here, and that will be it for Ryan Newman.
It's not going to hurt him so badly, Marty, because he's going to give up third, but he's only going to go back to 9th because there are so few cars on the lead lap.
a contraire. Only 22 laps to go.
22 laps, and you've got cars on the bottom and cars on the top, and
yeah,
that's going to be tough.
We'll just see. It takes away his chance to win.
Yes.
Absolutely.